Women here, if they're going to be in a relationship with you, they're like, I need X amount of dollars every month. You want to talk about the bar girls and the dating scene over here? After being here for a year, I understand it. But people in the West, like you sitting at home and having never been here, and all of the viewers right now sitting at home and having never been here, when I describe it, it's going to sound like prostitution.
Mm.
And I mean, I hate to use that word, but it's like, it's like every relationship here is transactional. And whether that's good or bad, it is what it is. Like you're never going to come, as a foreigner, maybe as a local, but never as a foreigner, you're never going to come here from a Western country, meet a girl, fall in love, have her move in with you, and you're not going to pay her any money or do anything for her. Like, it just doesn't work that way here. Like, women here, before, like, if you want to, like, if they're going to be in a relationship with you, they're like, I need X amount of dollars every month. And if you can't give me X amount of dollars every month, then I'm going to go have to sleep with men to get the money that I need every month. And I know that sounds horrible, but it's like, first of all, you got to look at the economy and how the economy over here functions, especially in Cambodia. Not so much in Thailand, because, you know, Thailand's more, there's a lot more opportunity in Thailand, but even still, not really. But especially here in Cambodia, it's like, there's no jobs. There's no industry. There's no infrastructure. There's no factories for anybody to go work at. Like, there's no shopping malls. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, there's no 7-Elevens here. There's no McDonald's. Like, it just doesn't exist. So unfortunately, and then on top of that, like, on top of there being absolutely no economy and no way for people here to actually earn money, you have all of these men coming over here from all of these different countries, with all of this money to spend. And it's kind of just like one of those things that it's where it's like, these girls come from these villages where there's literally not even roads. Like, it's just like clay dirt paths, and there's like chickens running around and shit. And like, you know, there's no, like, these, and I'm not saying any of this to talk down on these people. It's just, it's the reality of the situation.
There's no opportunities. There's just no opportunities.
There's none. No, there's none. There's no, like I said, there's no factories, there's no jobs, there's no nothing. School is expensive, and the kids are expected to take care of the parents. So like, there's this relationship here where when the parents get old, the children are required by, I mean, not by law, but it's just in their culture that they have to take care of their parents. So what do these girls have? They have their looks, and they come down to the city where all the foreigners come, and they go and they work in a bar. And, you know, like, to take a girl home for the night's $50. If you wanted to spend the night, it's $100. And that's just what it is. And that's what these girls do. Now, say you move here and you want to live here permanently, and you meet one of these girls and you want her to come be your girlfriend, but it's like, obviously you don't want her going to the bar every night and going home with different guys every night, because who wants their girlfriend to do that? You know what I mean? So it's like, and these girls still have stuff to pay. They still have, you know, land that they're paying for. They still have to take care of their parents. They still need money to survive. So it's like, it's not like you can be like, oh, well, you have to get a regular job. Like, if I'm going to date you, you have to go get a regular job. Where? There is none. Like, there's nothing for these girls to do, but unfortunately, sex work. As horrible as that sounds, I mean, you know, these girls in the West have it really good. They don't understand how things function over here. And I know it sounds horrible. And at the very core of it, I guess it is what it is. It is kind of horrible, but that just, you know, that's the nature of living in these kind of third world countries. Like, these girls, sex work is the only thing for them to do, is because there's a demand for it. So it's a basic supply and demand thing. It's like, and then say you have a girl from the village that's just a regular girl, super poor, and she sees another girl, and now you may throw social media into the mix. These girls see the cars, they want the jewelry, they want their hair done, they want to live in a nice house, they want what the rest of the world has, and the only way they have to get it is, unfortunately, what's between their legs. And I know it's horrible to say that, but it is what it is. So it's like, when you meet a girl and you want her to be your girlfriend, you have to understand that she's going to be like, I need X amount of dollars every month, or I have to go and, you know, do what I've been doing. So really, it boils down to, you know, if you want to be in a serious relationship, you're going to have to pay for it here in Southeast Asia. It is what it is. Like all relationships here are transactional.
So what does that cost?
Unfortunately.
What does that end up costing? Like
Well,
if you say, look, I just want to pay once I just want to cut a check once
there's
a month.
the tricky part. Depends on the girl. Honestly,
Right.
it depends on the girl and what they feel they're worth and how much money they need every month to pay whatever they want. And it depends on what you look like. I'm just being honest with you. Like if you're one of those guys that come over here and you're bald and you got that big giant extended gut on you and you're walking on the sides of your feet and your breath stinks, but you got a little bit of money, it's going to cost you a little bit more. And also it's like, listen, these girls aren't stupid. They know what they can get out of you. Like most girls, they want like $1,000 a month. That's pretty much the going rate here. Is like they want like a band. They want $1,000 every month, and you know, some of them will take your money and still run out. Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my girlfriends, and they'll go out and fuck 3 guys, and make $300 that day, and then come back home to you.
$300.
Like,
I mean, this is. I can't. That seems like a lot.
No, I know it is, but short time for like 1 hour is $50. Well,
I don't have an hour in me.
When I say like I say, when I say short time, you come once and that's $50, pretty much. And then if you want them to spend the night with you, if you're one of those guys that wants cuddles all night, you're gonna pay for it. So it's $100. In Thailand, it's honestly a little bit cheaper. In Thailand, they got blowjob bars in Thailand. So you walk up and there's like 20 girls standing out front on the street. You walk up and they grab you by the hand and you pick out which one you want, and they take you upstairs, and there's these little rooms. Don't ask me how I know this. There's these little rooms and
I told you.
I heard from a friend. There's these little rooms upstairs, and there's a little sink in the back of the room, and you drop your pants and they go back there and they wash your junk. And then they sit you down in the chair and you get your service and you leave and you pay your $25 or your $35 or whatever it is. Places like that in Thailand are all over the place. Like Thailand is sex tourism is very much a part of Thailand. So much so that there's a label for those guys. They're called sexpats. Instead of expat, they're sexpats because they go over there and that's all they do. They're crazy. They're in the bars every day. They go with this girl. They go with that girl. They're at the blowjob bars. They're over here. They're over there. But over here in where am I at?
Cambodia.
God damn it. Over here in Cambodia, it's not so like out in the open. Like, yeah, there are red light districts, but it's like they're little beer bars, and you go in and there's girls working there, and you buy her a couple drinks, and then you guys negotiate, and then you either go back to your place or her place or whatever. So here, it's not as wide open as it is in Thailand. Like Thailand is it's bananas. Like just go on YouTube and look up Soi 6, SOI 6, which is in Pattaya, and watch those videos. And you'll see like there's thousands of girls just standing out in the street in their underwear. And you can see their little clam hanging out and like just nothing, like literally nothing. And then in Bangkok, you've got 2 different red light districts. You've got Soy Cowboy, which was my personal favorite, and then you had Nana Plaza, which I didn't really hang out too much in Nana. I like Soy Cowboy, honestly. Soy Cowboy was my favorite. It's a very short street with maybe 50 bars on it, super close. I mean, stacked, one right next to another, and that was just my favorite place because I lived right by. There was like 5 minutes from my condo in Bangkok. I would go down there, and I could literally have a different girl every night of the week if I wanted to. For nothing. I think it was like 1,500 baht, which is like $45 or something like that. And I could have a different girl every day of the week. Okay. And these aren't, these rundown, fat, busted, crackhead, drug addict, alcoholic girls that you have to, like, if you're paying for pussy in the US, 9 times out of 10, she's an addict. Or else she wouldn't be selling pussy. Let's just admit it. Like, there's plenty of fucking jobs you can get in the US. Like, bitch, you can go work at McDonald's. You can go work at Walmart. You can get a job in an office on a phone. Trust me. Like, if a woman in the U.S. is prostituting herself, it's because she's a drug addict.
Right.
Here, it's not like that. Like, these girls are, they're 10. They're 10s. Like, there's some of them. And listen, these guys that come over here from the U.S. that come over here specifically for that reason, it's usually the guys that have never really gotten too much attention from women their entire lives.
Right.
So listen,
a bear and hit a 10. They're just like, well,
listen, and these girls know when they get a sucker, and they get their hooks in them, and they just fleece them. They take them for everything. Like you got to really watch yourself. Like it's not impossible to find a really good girl here, because I feel like I have one right now that I have. I met her here in Cambodia. I met her at the bar working. You know what I mean? Like she come to live with me. I give her money every month, not $1,000, but but I give her money every month because, and listen, she cooks all my meals. She cleans my house. She does my dishes. She does my laundry. She doesn't give me any fucking problems. She's not out running around all time. Like she's here all the time. And what that does is it allows me to focus on work. It allows me that I don't have to worry about my grocery shopping. I don't have to worry about cleaning. I don't have to worry about all I have to focus on is writing YouTube scripts and making sure my videos are on point and my production quality gets better and better and better. You know, and like I said, living in another thing about Cambodia is it's literally one of the cheapest places on the planet to live, outside of like the Middle East or, you know, like Africa or whatever, because nobody wants to go to those fucking hellholes. Cambodia is literally one of the cheapest countries in Southeast Asia to live in. My rent every month is $300. And I have a decent sized 1-bedroom apartment. It's like 550 square feet or something like that in a brand new building. So my electricity plus also my rent, electricity, and my water every month comes out to roughly $400 for everything. My phone and my internet, I pay 6 months in advance. Like I pay for it in blocks, so I don't have to pay a bill every month. So I pay for 6 months of phone and internet. My cell phone, and I got lightning fast internet, was like $220 one-time fee for 6 months. That's it. And I think I remember I sent you a picture. I was grocery shopping the other day with a big buggy full of groceries, $55 for 2 weeks of groceries.
Yeah, like there were steaks. There was like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, hamburgers, steaks, like spaghetti. Like I eat good. I mean, I'm not skinny. You know what I mean? I don't look malnourished. You know, so
Jess was asking, my wife Jess, she was asking, she's like, can he get, because I showed her the picture, and she is, can he get everything there that we can get here? And I said, no, obviously. I said, there's some stuff, you know, like, do they have every brand of Lay's potato chips? Like, no, I mean, it's simple and limited. I said, but the food, they have less preservatives in their foods. They have a lot.
They don't eat processed food over here. So like in an American grocery store, all of those aisles in the middle that are massive, that have all that boxed and canned shit, they just don't have that here. Right. Like, I mean, I can get a bag of Doritos, but it's $8.50 fucking cents. Right. You know what I mean? I can get a box of macaroni and cheese, but it's like $5.50 because they have to import it from the U.S. So it's like, dude, listen, I don't eat Oreos. I don't eat any of that shit anymore. Like for a snack, I have my girlfriend cut up a pineapple. Like we go down to the market, we get 2 pineapples for like $1.50, 2 big pineapples, and I have her cut up pineapples. I have her cut up mango. Like I'm eating like fruit. I'm eating pasta. I'm eating like that, and like the chicken and all of like the beef and stuff here comes straight from the farm.
Most people trade nutrition for convenience. You wake up late, skip breakfast, and tell yourself you'll eat healthy tomorrow. By noon, you're in the drive-thru at McDonald's. That was me until I found Cashapp. It's a whole body meal that actually tastes great and keeps me on track even on the busiest days. Cashapp has 85 plus superfoods and nutrients, plus 25 grams of plant-based protein. No soy, no gluten, no preservatives, just fuel your body actually needs. I like to drink the chocolate flavor. It tastes like dessert, but actually fills me up for hours. I've been using it for months now, and I can honestly say I feel the difference. My energy lasts all day, and my focus is way better. So if you're tired of making bad food decisions, make one good one instead. Go to Kachava.com and use code ITC for 15% off your next order. That's KACHAVA.com, code ITC for 15% off.
Mm-hmm.
Like they literally kill the chickens that morning and bring them to the market that night and put them on ice. So when you go down to buy your chicken, you're still plucking feathers out of it shit while you're cooking your chicken. Like it's literally like farm to table. Like no And not like they say in the U.S., oh, it's from a farm where you've got the chickens are in little tiny boxes stacked on top of each other, crapping on each other, and it's just horrible. No. This is, so the food here, it's not pumped full of antibiotics, and the milk here, the milk here is, I don't know what's going on with the milk, but it's on the shelf, not in the refrigerator, and you can keep it out, and it's good for months. Like a gallon of milk in the U.S. is good for like 2 weeks, and then it spoils, and you have to keep it refrigerated. Like here, you can just leave the milk. Well, after you open it, obviously you have to refrigerate it, but when you buy it, it comes warm in like a you know what I mean, like a container. Like things, the food supply here is completely different. And like when I was in the U.S., I was having all kinds of problems, man. Like because of my Crohn's, everything I ate made me sick. Like everything I ate gave me heartburn, or gave me like sharp pains underneath my rib cage, or like, all kinds of digestional issues, problems. I haven't had a single problem since I've been here. A single one. I have had no stomach problems. If I drink too many Coca-Colas, I start having, kind of pain in my belly, but that's only because of my Crohn's. The food supply here is just, it's vastly different from what it is in the U.S. Now, do I miss the convenience of Publix supermarket or Walmart? Heck yeah, I do. That's the only thing I miss really about the U.S. is just the convenience of being able to go to like Walmart or go to Target and buy T-shirts or Amazon. Oh man, I miss Amazon. Like there's nothing like that exists over here. Like especially here in Cambodia. Now, Thailand, they have like the equivalent of everything. In Thailand, they have the equivalent of Amazon. It's just called something else. They have like the equivalent of like Walmart and Target. Not as good, but they have the equivalent. But here in Cambodia, they don't have any of that here. So it's like, if I want something here, I have to import it from either the US or China. And then I have to pay like an import tax or a duty on top of it. So like, especially electronics, like, so say like the camera I want right now, if I were to buy it on Amazon, it's like $850 to get it imported here to the US or to Cambodia from the US. I'm going to end up paying about $1,250 for that same camera just to get it. Yeah. So it's like, man. And so like, I just bought a PC with like all the latest and greatest specs. And I got lucky on that because fortunately, there's the gaming community here in Southeast Asia is huge. Like there's a lot of people that like to play the games on the computers here. I'm not a gamer, but I needed a gaming PC to run, all the advanced software that I'm running for, the background removal and the keying and the editing, like the editing 4K video and then all the layering and everything. My little MacBook was just not having it. like it would take 6.5 hours to render a video after I edited it in Premiere Pro. And on the PC now it takes 6 minutes to render. So yeah, and like I said, luckily I found a computer shop here where I was able to buy everything that I needed, but if they don't have it, they don't have it. And like, you just can't get it here. So, there's just no convenience. And I think living here in Cambodia is just, it's teaching me, I'm learning patience, living here, because nothing here is convenient. Like life here is not convenient. I mean, yeah, I live in a nice condo and I was lucky to find a nice apartment to live in. But as soon as you step outside, like you're in a whole different world. Like even just getting from point A to point B here is like, it's a madhouse. So like traffic here in Southeast Asia is, first of all, there's no police here. There's nobody pulling anybody over or writing tickets. So that means the red lights are a suggestion. Like you're coming up to an intersection, it's a red light and people are just going through it as if it didn't exist. Like it's so insane. Like coming from the US where it's like, if you even cross over the line, whoop, you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh, here we go. And you're getting like a $300 ticket. Listen, here, it's just a free for all everywhere you go. Like people did go into oncoming traffic, passing 4 or 5 cars, and then like they just scoot over, and it's like, so yeah, life here is it's certainly not convenient at all. There's nothing, especially Cambodia. There's nothing convenient about living here. Period. Like it's absolute chaos. But with that being said, it just works. Like it's and I truly believe that it's because of the culture here. In the Cambodian people, the best thing about Cambodia, in my opinion, are the Cambodian people. They are some of the nicest, most gentle people that on the face of the planet. Like nobody is like posturing up on you like in the US. Like you never feel like, when people look at you, even when you're walking down the street, they smile, like, and they wave to you, even if you don't know them. Like everybody here, they want to be your friend. They want to help you out. If you're lost, they'll put you in their car and they'll take you where you gotta go. Like, no, I got you. Let's go. And you just hop in and they'll just take you. You know what I mean? Or they'll pull out the phone. They'll show you how to get there. It's a very humbling experience being here in Cambodia, and I think I needed this because in Thailand I was just partying too much. I'm gonna be honest. Like I didn't before I came to Southeast Asia, I didn't have a drink for 10 years. I didn't drink a drop of alcohol for 10 years. I didn't go out to bars. I didn't party. I didn't do anything. And then when I got to Thailand, it's like, dude, it was just on. Like I was drinking 5 nights a week. I was at the bar every single night. Sometimes I would drink so much that I would be incapacitated for 3 days afterwards, puking because of my Crohn's disease. And like, it was just too much. Like I was just overdoing it. Because in Thailand, it's anything you could ever want is at your disposal 24 hours a day, and it's right there. I mean, so whatever kind of problems you have in life, if you're a drug addict, if you're into like, if you're like, you can't control yourself with women, like all of that is there, and it's in abundance, and it's readily available, and it's cheap. Like it's super cheap. Like to go out and drink all night long, it might cost me $50 or $45 if I'm not buying everybody drinks and buying girls drinks and taking girls home. Like if I just want to go out and drink and have a good time, I might spend $20 or $30. And I'm drinking all night long, one after another. Here in Cambodia, it's even worse because, and I'm starting.
Oh, you were going to say there's not. I thought you were going to say there wasn't any of that there.
Oh, it's even worse here because it's cheaper. It's a little harder to find here. Like you got to know a guy, and like it's not just right there on the street for you to get. But it's cheaper. So I've actually been sober 60 days now. I'm actually going into my 3rd month. This is going to be November 1st. Will be 90 days. I've been completely 100% sober. No marijuana, no alcohol, no nothing. And yeah, like I said, here in Cambodia, like a beer here is 50 cents. Like if you want to go and get a beer, it's like 50 cents. Mixed drinks are like $2, $3 for a mixed drink. Like it's so cheap here. Like if you're an alcoholic, Cambodia is the worst place to be. On top of that, I can walk right into a pharmacy and buy painkillers. You can walk right into a pharmacy, tell them what you want, tell them how many milligrams you want, and they'll give it right to you. So it's like you have to have a lot of self-control living here, especially in Cambodia, because if you don't, like if you're, like I said, like an alcoholic, or you like the pills, or you like the women, you'll die here. You'll kill yourself here. So you have to exercise some self-control. So not only am I learning self-control, which I kind of feel like I already had, like I've been able to just kind of pick stuff up and put it down my whole life. So like whatever that mechanism for addiction that people have in their brain, I don't think I have that. Like I don't have that gene or whatever. And I'm just learning patience. Like Cambodia, if anything, has just taught me, because you have to just be patient here and wait. Nothing happens when you want it to happen. Like not even going.
Yeah, I can order T-shirts, and they're 50% of the time they're actually, if I order them before 11 or 12 o'clock, they're there that day. Like I order like Hanes, these black T-shirts that day by 6 or 7 o'clock that night they're dropping them off.
Same day delivery. Yeah. Same day delivery.
Or maybe at 4 o'clock in the morning they drop them off, or 6, and then I wake up in the morning, they're there the next morning.
Oh, I miss that, waking up the packages every morning. Here, listen, the 2 packages of T-shirts I bought at Target before I came to Southeast Asia a year ago, I'm still wearing them. Yeah. Because I'm still wearing them. Like I still have the 3 white T-shirts and the 3 black T-shirts I bought from Target before I even came over here, and that's all I have, because Asian sizing is different. Like the clothes just don't fit the same way. That's another thing that that kind of bums me out over here, is like when I go to buy like a T-shirt, it'll be super wide. It'll be the length I want, but it'll be too wide for my body. Or if I get one to fit my body, it's too short. So like the Asian sizing is completely different than the US. And it's like, I have a little bit of OCD. So it's like, I can't just wear any t-shirt. Like I have to have like the t-shirts that I like to fit the way I like to fit. And unfortunately, I have to get those shipped over here from the US. So I haven't even done it yet. So like just living here is just, you have to learn patience, and you just have to, and I think I needed to learn patience. I think that was the one thing that I just, was really kind of crippling me. And everything I did is I just didn't have any patience for anything. And living here teaches you that.
Well, you were in Thailand.
Yeah. So I spent 7 months in Thailand. I was there from December until June. And now I'm in Cambodia, and I've been here since June. And, my visa's up in January. So not sure if I'm going to go back to Thailand in January or I'm going to go to Vietnam. I've been thinking about going to Vietnam, to Ho Chi Minh City, and maybe staying there for 6 or 7 months.
Have you been to Vietnam?
No. But, I talk to a lot of people. You just meet a lot of people being in Southeast Asia that they just travel all the countries. So I've heard a lot about it, and I've watched the videos on YouTube. I don't think anywhere really is going to compare to Bangkok, but just the visas in Thailand are so gosh dang hard to get and to stay long term,
But you could stay in Cambodia if you wanted to.
I could stay here indefinitely. Yeah, it's like $500 a year, and they just get a year visa, and I have a Cambodian ID. I have a bank account here in Cambodia. Everything. Yeah, I have a work permit. All that. Yeah.
So so how do you see these people? I mean, like American, or I mean, it must be pretty clear. Is it easy to pick them out of a crowd, or is it
always? I can always spot the American. Always. It's usually by the way they're dressed and the way they carry themselves.
Right.
Europeans, they have a certain way they dress, like a certain style they wear. Like they carry like little purses and shit with them. And they wear like kind of like weird pants and like the stylish shoes. So I can always spot an American or an Aussie.
Everybody needs a good pair of jeans. What I like about the Perfect Jean is that the moment you put them on, they feel like sweatpants. They don't ever pinch or bind up. As a matter of fact, they're super stretchy. There's never any point where you feel like they're binding up on you, or they're tight, or they pinch you or anything like that. They're comfortable in pretty much any position that you sit in. They're really great. They're comfortable, and they look great. And the best part is our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectjeans.nyc, or Google The Perfect Jeans and use promo code COX15 for 15% off. Normally, a good pair of jeans costs anywhere between $150 to $200, but The Perfect Jeans are reasonably priced at $79.99. For a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectjean.nyc and use promo code COX15 for 15% off. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with promo code COX15. Please support our channel and tell them we sent you. Your khakis, get the Perfect Jean.
Sometimes I get the Aussies and the Americans mixed up because Australia has like similar styles, to Americans. And then obviously once you hear them speaking, you can tell where they're from.
Right. What do? Do you just walk up to them? You just walk up and go American, or do you?
That's it. Listen, yeah, Americans, we all stick together overseas. Like, well, except for the guys that have money, they don't give a fuck. But like the regular Americans, like if you're at a bar and you hear an American, you immediately go over and just introduce yourself. Oh, where are you from? Oh, Kansas or Texas or New York or whatever. And you're like, and then how'd you get here? Why are you here? And then that whole conversation happens. And then, but honestly,
I was going to say, what's the most common thing? I mean, are they just traveling, or are there guys like, oh no, I've been here for 4 years?
You don't really see a lot of Americans that live this side. They're always traveling. Older Americans now, but I don't really bump into the older guys because they have their little spots they go and then they go home. So you don't really meet those guys. But yeah, most everybody's just traveling. Here in Cambodia, you get a lot of people from the UK that just live here. and a lot of people from like Czech Republic, and believe it or not, Russia. Russia's a real big one. Like every country I've been to over here, they always have a large Russian population. So much so that they rename parts of the city for like Russia Town, like not Russia Town, but like you go and you see the Russian writing on the restaurants, and so much so that they have their own little community set up, especially in Thailand, in southern Thailand, in I don't know why I can't think of it right now, but down in southern Thailand, not Bangkok, but about 5 or 6 hours south of Bangkok, there's a very large Russian community. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are these guys doing for a living? Like, how you don't just move? You don't move there. Like, you have to do something for a living.
So there's a lot of military guys here living off of VA benefits. Quite a few, almost every American I have met over here. They're all either have disability and they're just collecting that maximum disability, which I think is like $4,000 or something a month, from the military. So they're actually able to live pretty good on that. Then you got the pensioners, you got the guys over here on Social Security, and then everybody else, they're all scammers. They're all con artists and crypto scammers and real estate guys that are, ripping somebody off one way or another, and now they're hiding out over here. Yeah. They won't tell you that, but just from having a conversation with them, I asked a couple of...
They can't really tell you how they're making money.
I ask a couple of questions, and then I can suss it out. I'm like, yeah, this guy is fucking up to no good. That's why he's over here. But yeah. And then just a lot of retirees, because in Thailand, you can get a retirement visa at the age of 50. Mm-hmm. So, I got 10 years, and then I'm going to be retired over in Thailand if they still are given the retirement visa out, which I don't see any reason why they shouldn't. So yeah, a lot of guys are just over here retired. You meet a lot of retirees. Mm-hmm.
What is the problem with Thailand that they're making it so difficult to stay there? You would think they would want Americans or Europeans at the very least to come there with their money. They're not taking a job; they're just spending money.
Yeah, Thailand's immigration policies have always been historically some of the toughest in Southeast Asia. It's like, I think they don't want to make the mistake that America is making, and they just let everybody and anybody in, and then all of a sudden it just changes the whole demographic of the country. Because Thailand likes Thailand the way it is. They like their customs. They don't want any foreigners getting involved in their governments. If you move there, as a foreigner, you can't buy land, you can't buy a house, you can't, so it's like they just like, I get it. I mean, that's why I think personally Thailand is the best country over here in Southeast Asia. I mean, obviously I haven't been to Vietnam or anything yet, but that's why Thailand is because, at the drop of a hat, they'll just kick everybody out of the country. Like, they don't give a shit. So like Thailand will kick everybody out. They just revoked like 10,000 visas for educational visas because people weren't really going to school to learn the language. They were just there scamming the visa system to stay in the country. Right. And Thailand's like, nope, you guys all got to go. So, I mean, in one way, it's kind of sucks because like you want to go and you want to live there. But on the other hand, like I get it. Like I understand. Like I'm not even mad about it. You just got to work the system and figure out how to stay there long term if that's, what you want to do.
Yeah, I was trying to, like, I could see saying, hey, you can come into the country, but you can't vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never be able to vote. Like,
you can't own land, you can't vote, you can't get involved in our political system. You want to come over here and hang out and lay on the beach and do whatever, but and we can't even really own businesses or anything over there. So like, if you start a business over there, you have to have a Thai partner, and it has to be majority Thai owned. And you can buy a condo in Thailand, but the building you live in has to be 51% Thai and 49% foreigner. So like they don't make it easy for people to come over there and just, run amok in their country, but like I said, I get it. Like, I'm not even mad about it. Like, I'm not, saying that in a negative way. In more ways, I wish America was like that, but
no, well, you can, or they'll come get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get you and throw you out. Yeah.
Oh, you know what happens when you overstay your visa? Like, if you come in the country illegally or overstay your visa in Thailand, you're cooked. Like, you go straight to jail and then you get banned. Like, they won't even let you back into the country. Yeah. It's no good.
But so you were living there when they had the earthquakes a couple months, few
Yeah.
months.
Oh, sure
It's like
was.
6, 7 months ago.
And here's the thing is it's a once in a lifetime event because there's no fault lines in Thailand. Thailand doesn't have earthquakes. The last one was like in the 70s or some shit like that. So the earthquake was actually, the epicenter was in Myanmar, I believe is how you pronounce it.
How far away is that?
From Bangkok, it's like the distance between Jacksonville, Florida and Detroit, Michigan.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, and the earthquake was so powerful that it shook Bangkok. Listen, I was 30 stories up. I was on the 30th floor in a high-rise building. I had been out partying the whole night before. I was laying next to some girl. She was naked in the bed. All of a sudden, the whole building just starts swaying back and forth. The drywall's cracking. Listen, I jumped out of bed in my underwear. I left my phone, my shoes, my wallet, everything. I just booked it out of the apartment. I left her in the bed. I said, we got to get the fuck out of here. And that was it. I ran down 30 flights of stairs barefoot in my underwear. I fractured my right foot. Actually, I had to go to the hospital. I fractured a bone in my right foot. I swear to God, I was the first person out of the building. Because when I got out of the building, I didn't see anybody else out there. And then everybody started flooding out. So it was like, yeah, it was literally probably the most terrifying thing I've ever been through in my entire life, especially that far up, like 30 stories up. Like the building was just swaying and like all the drywall was cracking and falling. Like light fixtures were falling down. Like, yeah, it was like, I felt like it was 9/11 and I was in one of the Twin Towers kind of situation.
It had an infinity pool at the top of your building.
Listen, when I got to the parking lot, the pool water was coming all the way down and hitting the sidewalk. I thought like a water main or something broke, but it was the water from the pool on the 44th floor. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was, like I said, it was probably one of the most terrifying things that ever been. And I've been through earthquakes. I was in
LA.
Yeah, I was in the big one that happened out there in July of 2019. It was like a 6.9 and our whole building shook and we all had to run outside. And then there was a couple other smaller ones I was in out there and it was nothing like this. This was terrifying, man. I thought I was going to die. And it was like, even for like a week or two afterwards, I was still kind of like shook about the whole situation. Like I was just uneasy. So then I left and I went to Cambodia for a month after the earthquake. And then I went back to Bangkok and they had completely fixed my whole condo. Like I walked in, like my condo was brand new paint. All the drywall was fixed. But there'd be times where I'd be standing at the sink and like, I would think the building was moving, but it was all in my head. You know what I mean? Like, shit, man. Yeah, that was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
It was like a month or two later, you went to Cambodia?
Yeah, so the earthquake happened in March. I went to Cambodia for a month, came back towards the end of April, and then I stayed for another 2 months. And then I came back to Cambodia like the end of June, like June 27th or something like that. I came back. I've been here since then. Yeah.
You tried to get them to extend your visa, right? And they said, what, you got to leave for 6 months?
Oh, I tried to do a visa run and they weren't having it. Yeah, they were like, nah, you got to come back. You got to come back on a proper visa. We can't keep, because you can only stay 6 months in the country on a visa exempt. I didn't even have a tourist visa. I just had a visa exempt. And every time you get a visa exempt, it's 60 days. And then you can get it extended to 90, but you got to go down to immigration. You got to show paperwork. I never once got it extended. So I would do 60 days and then I would hop in a van and we'd go down to the Cambodian border. And then I'd basically walk across the border through one gate and then they'd stamp it and I'd come back in through another. They'd stamp it. I'd get back in the van and go back to Bangkok. And I did that twice, which put me like right at the 6 or 7 month mark. So when I went to go leave at the airport and come back, they were like, yeah, you can't, you gotta get the proper visa or wait 6 more months before you come back. Yeah. Kind of a bummer, but it is what it is.
So what happened with your channel? Like, I mean, you started a new channel. Are you still doing the channel?
Oh man, that whole situation, man. So I don't know what I had this idea that I was going to come over here to Southeast Asia and I was going to be like this vlogger and I was going to record on the street and, you know, do the whole travel vlogging thing. And then like when I got here, it's not as easy as it looks. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's not as easy as it looks. First of all, I have social anxiety And I thought I would just be able to overcome that. But it's just, I don't know. There's just something inside of me just doesn't like walking around with a GoPro in my face, talking into a camera while I'm walking around cities. Like
Well,
I get
you become the center of attention. Everybody starts to
everybody's looking.
you. Like, this person.
Everybody's looking, and it's like some people can do it with no problem at all. And I watched for a year straight. All I did was watch vloggers. So I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I can go over there. I can vlog. And I did for like 5 or 6 months. And then there was just something inside of me that just was like, I can't continue to do this. Like, because I want to be able to do YouTube for the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15 years, as long as I can. I want to be able to do YouTube. And I just didn't see myself doing this for the next 5 or 10 years. Like it was cool for, 6 or 7 months. And because everything's new and exciting and, I've never been to Southeast Asia before, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't do it. And so I started a new channel, and I started completely from scratch. And it's basically, more of my wheelhouse, something more that I'm comfortable with, which is cybersecurity and IT, scams, hustles, like online scamming, obviously, because, of my background. And, the dark web, hacking forums, like all of those things, I can talk at length at for hours and hours and hours without ever getting tired. And there is just a never ending kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? There's always content. Like I'm never going to run out of content. I'm never going to be like, oh, what can I make a video about today? Like literally I have the next 15 or 20 videos already done and planned out, in the scripts written for them. So yeah, I started completely from scratch. I started a new channel. It's called Darknet. It's not coming up yet. Yeah, there it is. It's not really coming up yet. When you type it in, you have to type in at the real Darknet, and then my channel comes up. But I think more and more that I get it, the more I get into the YouTube algorithm, Darknet will just come right up. And
why didn't you do that? It's the real Darknet. Why didn't you do Darknet? It was taken.
It was taken
At Darknet.
Some gamer has a channel that they haven't posted on in like 3 years, but all of the tags and the names for everything are used. And then there's somebody has a channel called the Darknet Diaries. So it's like, yeah, so it's just Darknet. And like I said, if you search Google, you have to put in at the real Darknet, and my channel will come up. But I've been doing this YouTube game for 6 years, and this is the most success I've had with anything I've tried yet. The production quality is really good. Regarding me, I know that the green screening isn't really good on this video, but that's because of software issues we're having with the StreamYard platform. But when I do it and I do the proper keying, the videos look really good. Like I said, I invested in a desktop PC with like a really good GPU to handle the keying. I'm investing in new camera gear, new lighting gear. I'm scripting all of my videos out. And I'm trying to do the video that's actually coming out tonight. Took me 3 days to edit. Like the first day was the script writing and the recording, which that was 9 hours. The second day was literally a marathon 12-hour editing session because of all the B-roll and everything else I had to put in. And then the third day I had to do the color correction and the audio. So literally this video took me 3 days to edit, and hopefully we'll see what the numbers do, but hopefully tonight when this video comes out, it should do really well. I think anyway, hopefully. But yeah, no, like, so this I'm doing on encrypted messaging apps, and how the FBI and Apple, I don't remember if you remember the story, in 2015, there was these two radicalized Muslims shot up San Bernardino, killed a bunch of people, and the FBI wanted Apple to give them software to unlock the iPhone, and that kicked off this whole battle, and Apple was like, no, we're not doing it. So then FBI invoked some law from like 1786, took them to court. Tim Cook was like, we're still not doing it because this opens the door, to access everybody's devices. So then the FBI went and got like some third party, illegal software from a company called NSO Group, which is coincidentally Israeli. And then they were able to access the iPhone. And so it was like this whole thing. And then I went on to kind of talk about like the different exploits they use for that hackers use to access encrypted messaging on, your devices and, all that sort of stuff. And like I said, I could talk at length about all of that. And then, a lot of my other videos that are doing real well right now are about just basic internet security protocols, about how to use a VPN, how VPNs work, what Tor is, how Tor works. I talk about Tor over VPN, VPN over Tor. I talk about SOX proxies. I talk about just operational security, about like getting online and being anonymous and being a ghost on the machine and, all that stuff. So those videos, that's why those videos are doing so well right now, I think, because people just really want to know about internet security and they want to know just how to be anonymous online. And
is your channel monetized yet?
I got almost 2,000 subscribers and I just hit 3,500 watch hours this morning. So I should be monetized by the end of the month. Yeah. By in another 2 weeks, it'll be monetized for sure. Yeah.
Because you have to hit 4,000 watch
4,000 watch hours. I'm almost there. And it's every time I check my phone, it keeps going up. And like I said, I put out a video every Monday and every Friday, 100% guaranteed. Only because it takes me like 2 or 3 days to edit these things now. And I want to do one Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but with everything I have going on, because I'm also going to school over here as well, like online school. I'm getting my bachelor's degree, and then I'm editing for you guys, and then I got this YouTube channel, and I got to edit all that. So it's just like there's only so many hours in a day,
Somebody else told me that you were doing some shorts for him.
I think it was Josh.
Josh, yeah.
Yeah, Josh hit me up, and I'm gonna do shorts for him as well. Yeah.
What was I gonna tell you too? So Marichelli, right? Jess, I told you this.
Yes.
The accident. So
yep.
But just so people that are listening to this, so my stepdaughter, my stepdaughter, who's a train wreck, by the way.
Yeah, she is.
What's so funny is I want to mention a couple of things because while you were talking, you were talking about the drinking and everything, real quick, do you still have allergies over there?
No, I don't get stuffed up. I don't get there's no pollen over here because it's a different environment.
So guys whenever we would do videos, they would always say that you were high or you were on, or because you were sniffing constantly.
Yeah. No, people don't understand the pollen in Florida. Like it's on a whole different level. Yeah, and I'm highly allergic.
And I would, guys were like, oh, this dude's high on something. And it's like, listen, this guy's living with me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's here. I see him every day. He's not on drugs. And people would insist on that, but there's always a bunch of creeps that are just
jackasses. Yeah.
So that's one thing. The other thing is obviously because, we were roommates for so long, Marichelli, who's like just a train wreck. I've just been calling it left and right. Like I'm like, okay, well, if you don't do this, this is what's probably going to happen. No, you don't know. Okay, well, we'll see. Boom, it happens. Boom.
Yeah.
She's finally at the point where she's like, okay, listen, everything that you've said is going to happen has happened. Like I'm like, one of three things is going to happen. This. She's like, no, you'll see. And then sure enough, bam, pregnant. Bam, or drops out of school. Bam, pregnant. Bam, can't get a job. Bam, just left and right. It's like, what are you? You're just a knucklehead. So we finally kind of came up with an arrangement with her to help her start a channel, a true crime channel. I'm like, because I can help you. And she likes true crime. So she's like, and we explain, you do the whole Bailey Siren thing where you just kind of tell the story and she was like, well, I need this and this. And we weren't going to help her with any of that stuff. Like, I need this and I need the camera. And I didn't know you're going to use your iPhone. They're going to be horrible videos. Yep. You're going to edit the living shit out of them. But if I got this, I could do this faster. It doesn't matter. I'm not spending all that money. I have to see that you can do it. Yeah. And so she was doing it, bro. She was like making vlogs. She was, and very honest vlogs. If her first I don't know if I sent you the channel. It's called it's Mara Shelley, not Mary Shelley. It's called Mara Shelley. That's her name. And then it's Crime and Curls. So, which she picked the name, which is cute, right?
Yeah.
It's cute. Like she, what she,
Yeah.
and
It's
so
creative.
yeah. And the very first video she did, because, was her doing a little 5 or 10 minute video where she explains, like, listen, I'm 18 years old, I'm pregnant, and I'm broke.
Oof.
And this is what but I'm going to start a channel, and I'm going to put everything into it. I'm hoping that this is going to work for me, because she just doesn't have any other choices. Nothing else is working.
Yeah.
And if she's going to have a baby, and she's going to have to raise the baby and support the baby, and how are you can't go get a job working at McDonald's. I mean,
that's all content.
Right. That's what I said. This is the one thing where all of your weaknesses can actually be strengths.
Yeah.
People will root for you if you just be honest with them. So she did a really honest first video and put it out. Man, it got like 400 or 500 views. Well, no, I think it got 300 or 400 views.
That's not bad.
And then, no, for a channel with like nothing,
Yeah.
she has like 16.
Her life is going to be a cautionary tale for all the other 8. Not trying to be mean, but I mean, like, just how my life is a fucking cautionary tale for people not to make bad decisions.
Right.
And if she could turn that into a business and profit from that, I mean, why not?
Exactly. And entertain people. Read these, it's so funny too. This is funny because like we were like, oh yeah, just pick something that you're interested in. Listen, all the little true crime stories that she's telling, listen, they're all dark. Like they're all about fucking parents, kids, or somebody getting somebody capturing or kidnapping a pregnant woman and cutting the kid out. I mean, just out of there. I mean, just these horrible stories. It's like, gee, what's wrong with you? Like, you've got some dark. She's like, well, I mean, it's, so I guess maybe it's because she's pregnant. But anyway, a week ago, I'm going to say, is it a week? It probably is. I think it's a week today. A week ago, she was coming over to our house. Oh yeah, we just bought her a teleprompter. So she just done her first video using the teleprompter, which made things so much easier, because if you watch the videos, she was literally putting up like the script on the side.
Yeah. And
she would read she would like memorize 4 or 5 lines.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, horrible.
So I know it sucks.
And then she would read the whole, she'd be like, she'd go through it, Jennifer Hudson was walking on the beach in, July of 2007. And she would just do this whole thing. And then she'd stop. And so she'd have to go through, it'd take her 3 hours to edit a 32-minute video.
Oh, I know.
And so we were like, but she did it, right? So we were like, okay, we're going to get you a teleprompter. That's going to help you because you can look right at the screen and read directly. So she had done a video like that, and she had edited almost the entire video, and she was coming over to the house to finish it. She was going to spend the night. She and her boyfriend were going to spend the night and then finish it the next day and upload it. And so we're going to bed. Like, she's texted Jess and she's like, hey, almost there. I'm 20 minutes away. Okay, they're driving the car. She just got a car. She did a little video about the car. She's doing like vlogs and true crime. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, my phone starts ringing. My phone's ringing, not Jess's. And I look down and it says, Mara Shelley. And I'm thinking, why is she calling? And I looked at Jess and I said, is your phone on? Like, why isn't she calling you? Like, she didn't call him. And I picked it up and it's her boyfriend fucking losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, please come. Matt, we're the crash. Mary Shelley's she's unconscious. She's unconscious. And he's screaming and crying. I mean, it was horrific. And Jess, I'm still trying to kind of figure out like what is happening. Jess has already yanked her fucking pants on, everything, grabbed her phone, and is running down the stairs going, get your shit, let's go. And so she already knew where she was. She's got the phone app. She's got her on her app. She knows where she is. And so she runs down stairs. I grab my pants. I run down there. We go there. Mara Shelley shot through an intersection. She's 18 years old. Or she's 19 now. I think she just turned 19. She's 19 years old. She had just turned 19. shot through the intersection, red light, just stop. Look, and I've done it before. When I was 16, I did it once, and was on 19 once.
You're
Just
an
not
inexperienced driver. You don't. It's every
exactly. And I was just, daydreaming and just listening to music and not being crazy. I'm not screaming and singing songs. I'm just driving, but zoned out and shot right through a light. One time it was fine. Nobody was there. And the second time I did it, I remember there was like one car and another car like locks up his brakes and like he didn't slide sideways exactly, but he hit his brakes and everybody beeped at me. And then that's what only reason I even realized I shot through the light. So she shot through the light and somebody else shot through. They were just driving on through the light on a green and just T-boned her. His car flipped. Her car got shot in almost not the opposite direction, but sideways, about 120 feet. Every airbag blew. I mean, this thing
probably a good thing.
Oh, absolutely. I've been told, Jess, I said, listen, that's a good thing that they're all blown. She's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So I'm telling everybody she's going to be okay, but I'm looking at this car thinking this doesn't look good.
Yeah, those airbags are a bitch. I'm telling you. I got that accident right before I left for Southeast Asia, and I got nailed, and that airbag came out. I couldn't walk for a week because my ribs were bruised.
Oh, listen, and keep in mind, she's 6 months pregnant. Oof. 6 months pregnant, cars all over the place. Boyfriend did not have his seatbelt on. He almost went through the fucking, through the windshield.
Yeah.
She was unconscious. They had to drag her out of the car. To get her out of the car. And the only reason they dragged her out of the car is because there was steam and all kinds of stuff shooting out of the front engine. And of course, these guys are kind of inexperienced and they think the car's on fire. Right. And really, a passerby stopped his car, jumped out, and he and her boyfriend dragged her out of the car. She's laying on the ground. By the time the ambulance showed up, they put that neck brace thing on her.
Yeah.
She's got the neck brace thing on, and that's when she kind of woke up. And she starts wheeling, trying to get this thing off. She doesn't know where she is. Yeah. And so she starts fighting because, she's got an attitude. And so she starts fighting with them, and she was so upset that by the time they get her in the ambulance, I think they something was wrong with her breathing. Anyway, they intubated her, right? Like they stuck the tubes down her neck.
Oof.
Right. Into her air cavities. Yeah. So she could breathe for her. I'm not sure what the reason for that was. I'm still not sure because they said she was breathing. Where she's breathing, what are we doing here? But they do all that and they bring in a helicopter and they life flight her to St. Joseph's. She was in ICU or I don't know what they call it. Anyway, she was in the special unit for 2 days and then she was in a regular room for 3 days and then she just came back. This is what's funny to me, though, because everybody was telling me, because we're kind of like, we're yelling at her to hurry up and do this video and get this video done. And, you're calling her up. Are you doing your videos? Like, we're really giving her a hard.
You got to stay on her. Or she's going to do shit.
Yeah. She's lazy. She's a kid. She's lazy. And we're kind of pushing her. And what's so funny is, and everybody that Jess kind of talks to people that she talks to, kind of around her to see what's really happening. And all of them are like, listen, she's on it. She says she's doing it. She's this. But every time we talk to her, she's giving us some excuse why she hasn't finished this or hasn't done this. And she's doing stuff, but it's always kind of half-assed. She does the video and then it takes her forever. It's like she does a video one day. That's a whole day, just doing the video. Then the next day, she's editing it. It's like, why don't you do the video and edit it all at one time? Spend 8 hours and knock this thing out. Why are you dragging it out 3 days? So we're yelling at her a lot. To hurry up and get this done and say, listen, you fucked this up. We're done. We're not helping you. We're not. So we're really down on her, right? Really all over. And it's so funny when she woke up, one of the first things, because she would wake up and then fall back to sleep and she'd say like, where am I? What's happening? That kind of thing. Like, this is after they took the tubes out because they kept her sedated for 2 days. Because every time she woke up, she immediately they had to tie her arms down. Like she's trying to pull these things out. Immediately wakes up and she thinks she's choking, right? So she's trying to yank it. So they just kept her sedated. So by the time they finally pull these out and she wakes up, she'd wake up for a minute, ask some questions and then go back because she doesn't remember the accident.
Right.
Anyway, what's funny is when she finally like really woke up and kind of had a conversation, like where she woke up and instead of just groaning and Jess going over and petting her hair and telling her everything's okay and that sort of thing. And then she's like, everything okay? Where am I? That kind of stuff. When she finally woke up and actually was able to have a conversation, the first thing she said is, Mom, and she knows she was in an accident. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, what's up? She goes, did my teleprompter make it?
She's out of it.
Is my teleprompter okay? And she's like, I don't know. She said, we'll get you another teleprompter. We'll see. It didn't make it, by the way.
No.
I mean, that car, it's destroyed. So we're gonna have to get her another one. But they're cheap, right? They're like $80. They're not bad. But yeah. But anyway, she's got her channel up too, and she's trying to get it. We're gonna try and get it monetized. We're gonna once she's got a few more videos up, we're gonna have a couple. We'll actually make a little commercial for it and try and help her monetize. Because this video right here will hopefully help monetize your channel. Josh just did a video. We did his thing again because this is like the second time we've had him on the channel. Mm-hmm. He said, I got 800 subscribers from the video. Well, first he said 250. So first he was he literally said, I can see where I got 250 people in the first 2 days from the video. And then I think over the next week, he got another, whatever it is, 500. He doesn't know if it's for sure. He said, look, it was a boost. Over the next week, he said it was a boost. But the first 2 days, he said, clearly 250 was from you. And you can kind of tell people are searching his name for his channel, or they're clicking on it and they're going straight there. So you can tell. And then I think but he's acquainting, and whether it's true or not, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how he's tracking it. He's saying, hey, I got 800 new subscribers from doing the video.
Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of cool. This channel right now, it's taken off. Like I've been doing this for 6 years, and I've started quite a few different YouTube channels, and I've never experienced growth like this before in anything I've done, so I think it's just a culmination of all of my skills kind of coming to like a crescendo, if you want, right now. I know how to edit. I know how to write the script. I know how to deliver the lines. And not only that, it's just my production quality is top notch. Like, my intro, my going out, like I know how to set the video up now with the hook. And then, I understand what to do now. Whereas before I was just trying stuff here and trying stuff there. But it's like now I completely understand, exactly what I need to do how to edit. And my words are all jumbled right now, but I promise you my videos are a lot better than this.
What about, are you doing shorts for your channel?
No, I haven't even done shorts yet. I haven't get into doing clips because it's like, dude, these videos are taking me 3 days to edit. So it's like that combined with everything else I got going on, I just don't have the time. I don't have the time to do shorts. I don't have the time to do clips. Unfortunately, it's just, I mean, maybe when this channel, starts making some money and if I can just get like 1 or 2 weeks where I can get maybe 4 or 5 videos edited and then get out a little way in front. But right now it's like, I know I have to put a video out on Friday and I haven't done a video yet. I mean, obviously I did. I have one coming out today and it took me, but it's like, I have the video coming out Monday and I got to spend the whole weekend filming and editing that video for Monday. And then when that video comes out Monday, it's like,
that's a horrible way.
I know, it's just, but it's like, they're so time consuming to edit. It's like, I have to get out in front of the schedule a little bit and then give myself some breathing room. And then I'll be able to, okay, now I got a day, now I can cut up shorts, or I got a day, now I can cut a bunch of clips up or whatever. But as of right now, I just, like I said, the writing the script takes a full day, almost like a half a day. And then, I got to research the video, and then I got to go and find like archival footage online. I got to screen record that. And then I got to, organize. There's a certain way I got to organize all the B-roll. And it's like, I write the script and then I go through and I'm like, okay, this is on camera. This is voiceover. And then I need these 3 clips of B-roll for this voiceover. And then I got to go and find those 3 clips, download those 3 clips, organize those into a folder, and then organize that with the script that I'm writing so that I know finally when I get to the editing process, everything is streamlined. all I got to do is like, okay, this part, bomb, cut it. This part's going to be all B-roll. And then I drop my B-roll in, and then I got this part's on screen, and then I got this part's B-roll, and I got everything kind of organized all the way down the chain. So I know exactly what clips of B-roll go with what voiceover parts. And it's like, it's all time consuming, you know? And it's like most people have a whole team doing this for them. They just do the recording, and then they've got 3 or 4 people that do all the B-roll and all. I'm a one-man show over here. I'm doing everything myself, you know? So it's just time consuming. But I think, like I said, if I can get out like 2 weeks ahead or 2 weeks worth of videos in the can, then I'll be able to maybe do a little bit more. But for now, I'm just focusing on making every video, you know, as best as I can, you know, delivering the information I can in the most, you know, entertaining. We're trying to be a little bit entertaining, you know, not just like a drone. I don't know if you remember those videos I was doing, and I was cutting in the B-roll, and do you remember those? I tried doing those for a little while, and those they weren't that bad. I just stopped doing them. But so the videos I'm doing now,
that does seem to be your MO. As soon as and I've said this over and over on on this channel, I've said over and over, this motherfucker. I'm like, here's the problem: is the moment he gets a channel that starts to get successful, he says, you're like, oh, it's starting to make, you know, it's made $400 last month. It's going to, it's made $500 this month. Like, bro, you're doing good. Like, you just got to keep going. No, I know. But listen, I have an idea for another channel. Like, on this channel, it's making money. Forget that. I'm not interested in that one. It's like, oh my God. Do you think that every single person that walks in the door here, I want to have a conversation with for 2 hours?
No.
Like, sometimes they walk in and 10 minutes into it, I'm like, come on. Like, this is horrible fucking. But, you know, I go through it. And I've always said, I'm like, Boseak, his biggest problem is he self-sabotages himself. The moment and you've said it, I'm not saying that we haven't had a conversation.
You're not speaking out of school.
One who said that. Yeah, you're the one who said, no, I tend to self-sabotage.
It's my biggest problem.
Right. You got to keep, you know, you start to have success at something. You're like, okay, great. Now you just got to kick back and keep doing it. And then suddenly it just changed. I don't, and I've had this conversation with people that talk to me about starting channels. I've had this conversation. I'm like, listen, you have to understand that this is the way it works. And once it's going, you have to just stay the course. And that's very difficult. And I always use you as an example. I got a buddy. He's had multiple channels that the moment they start to take off, he switches and decides to do something else. I'm like, you know, you can't self-sabotage yourself. It's probably one of the biggest is constantly uploading. I mean, obviously decent content, consistently uploading, and then it's just time. Time.
Yeah, you have to build an audience, you know, and you have to be consistent because the algorithm likes consistency and the audience likes consistency. They like knowing that every Monday and Friday there's going to be a video, so they're going to be looking for your videos every Monday and Friday, and then it's just about making every single video, trying to at least making it better than the one before. Take a look at all the things I didn't like about the video before. I'm going to try and improve those things on the next video. So every video is just an improvement or a new iteration of what you're doing. And hopefully, you know, that just goes exponentially. And I think that's where I'm at now. Is like, I realize that this is what I have to do. This is the path forward. And that's why I chose the content that I'm making now, because it's something that I'm genuinely interested in. And there is no short supply of videos that I can make. Like I said earlier, I've got probably the next 10 videos already, like not fully scripted out, but I have all the video ideas down. I've got, so, you know, so my process, this is how I go my process. First, I come up with an idea, like what's the subject? What's the topic? Then I get the topic, and then I'm like, okay, I write talking points for those topics, for the topic. I then take those talking points and I try and get as many paragraphs written on those talking points as I can to fully explain the topic or the idea that I have. Then once I have that, I turn that into, then I polish the script even further. I go in and I add a little bit of humor. You know, I change sentences around to not make it sound so like dry and educational, you know, make it sound like if we were just sitting here having a conversation. So it's like, from the initial like idea to a polished script, that's a whole process in itself. You know what I mean? And then like B-roll on top of that, and like finding like archival footage and like getting getting creative with like the different types of editing with like jump shots where it kind of zooms in and zooms out, and like, you know, knowing when to cut in the B-roll and when to cut out of the B-roll and all of those things. It's just trial and error, you know, and it's like all of those little critiques on every video. It's like every video has to get better and better and better and better. And I finally understand this. Like I'm one of those people. I have to learn the hard way on everything. Like you can't tell me the stove is hot. I have to touch it and burn my hand for me to find out the stove is hot. I had to go to federal prison twice before I figured out that I can't continue doing. They're going to keep putting you. I had nobody to blame but myself. Like I can't learn for whatever reason. I can't learn the easy way. I have to learn the hard way with everything. Unfortunately, I have to make the wrong decision before I make the right decision. And I think that's the intersection that I'm at right now. It's just that I've made all the bad decisions. I've done everything that I thought was going to work because I wanted to do it my way, and none of it worked. So now I know the program now, and I just have to follow it, and that's where I'm at. So Darknet YouTube channel at The Real Darknet. All the links will be down below in the description. I would genuinely appreciate it if you go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That would help me out, help finance my life over here in Southeast Asia, help subsidize my cost of living here. Oh man.
Oh, listen, one more thing too, by the way. We went to go see Tron, the new Tron.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, man. The critics were dumping on it.
Really? I thought it was good.
I watched, from everything I've seen, I think I would enjoy it too, but I don't know. I think that's just people trying to stir controversy for clicks, to be honest with you.
I actually thought it was good. And I don't, you know, like I liked the first one, obviously, because I was a kid, you know, I mean, I love it. I love the fact that these are all like classic films that I saw in the theater.
Yeah.
And, you know, and used to play the video game because they did, you know, I mean, it was just, but yeah, I loved the first one because I was also a kid. The second one I saw in prison. I've never seen it since. I should probably see it, and I didn't think it was all that great. But this one I thought was really good, especially because it wasn't, the action wasn't, it wasn't over the top. It was a little over the top, but it wasn't too over the top, where it's not like a Marvel movie where it's like the fight scenes are fucking 15 minutes. So it's like, all right.
Oh, I know. Dude, come on already.
Threw him through 6 fucking buildings and he's okay, and gets up and keeps fighting, and the buildings are falling, and you know, Godzilla's got to be, you know, 5 times as large as he ever was before, and King Kong has to be, you know, it's everything. You know, the Hulk it's too ridiculous. So
yeah, it's ridiculous.
These weren't bad. I would say the motorcycle scene was maybe a minute too long. I mean, honestly, you know, but it was just super cool. Listen, the whole thing I thought was pretty. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was a pretty cool movie to see.
Did you see that 28 years later in the theater?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that movie, man. Like I was a big fan of 28 Days Later, and then the second one, 28 Weeks Later. I loved both of those movies, and I'm telling you right now, this movie, like the sound design, whoever did all of like the sound, like that, like that initial when the movie comes on and they're doing the montage and they're doing the I don't remember what it was. Staring down, moving forward. It's just like marching, sound. It's just like, and it keeps hitting you with these visuals. Like I got goosebumps, man. Like I was like, oh my God, this movie is awesome. Like the storyline towards the end with the weirdo living out amongst them with the towers of bones and all that shit. It was like, okay, that's kind of out there, but like I love that movie. I think that's probably one of the best movies I've seen in like the past year or two, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was. I liked the first one the best.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Best. And I would have changed some stuff. I felt like there was missed opportunities.
Yeah.
And the way they ended it was very,
was kind of, with the Jimmies.
A lot of stuff came out of nowhere where you're like, I thought we were.
There's going to be another one. I think that's why they ended it the way they did. Yeah, there's going to be another one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the first and second one. I'm trying to think, do I like the second one and the third one better?
The second one was pretty good. The second one was pretty good. Where they were trying to come back and they almost came back, and then it came back and like, but yeah, no, the first and second one were great. And the Gillian Murphy did a cameo as a zombie in 28 Years Later. I don't know if you noticed that, but the guy from the very first one, he was a zombie in 28 Years Later, and he was only in the movie for probably like a minute, not even a minute. So
I'll look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, he did a cameo. So they made him into a zombie in 28 Years Later. So yeah, great movie, man. Great freaking movie. I love that. They have a cinema here. They have a cinema. I can go to. They call it the cinema. They don't call it the movie theater.
Cinema. I was gonna say, it's like 1920s.
Yeah, they call it the cinema. They have actually a nice cinema here with all the movies and stuff.
You went there, or did you see it on YouTube?
No. I went and seen it at the cinema here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was great movie.
Well, when Tron comes there, you gotta.
It's here. No, it's here. And I was actually gonna go see it this past weekend. I was working. It's here. I can go see it.
Yeah, you should go see it. You should go see
it.
All right. What else are we doing?
Just over here, just living in the jungle, man. Kind of hanging out and biding my time, figuring out what country I want to go to next. I think I'm gonna go and check out Vietnam. Probably start in Ho Chi Minh City, which is
oh my God,
Saigon. It's the Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, and then I might get out to Da Nang and see the coast, and then maybe up to Hanoi, up into the mountains, and then who knows after that, man? China, Indonesia, Bali. Yeah, I'm having a gay old time over here. I'm having fun, man. I don't really see myself ever coming back to the United States. I mean, there's really there's nothing there for me. I don't own any property. I don't have a job there. Like if I came back, I would be homeless with no money. Like, so it doesn't make any kind of sense for me to ever come back,
All right. We'll see.
All right.
All right. Yeah. You want to
subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Darknet, or search at The Real Darknet. We'll leave all of the links down below in the description. I would genuinely appreciate it. Like I said, I'm leaning heavily into the hacking and cybersecurity realm right now, with future plans of getting into all of the dark web stuff, everything underneath the sun in that niche. I will be doing, and like I said, every video I'm just trying to make better and better and better. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would generally appreciate it.
Please go there and subscribe. Check out the videos. Watch the whole video. Also, please consider joining our Patreon. It's $10 a month. And also, by the way, you might want to check out Mara Shelley's channel. We'll also leave the link in the description box. And go there. She does true crime videos. And that's it. I thank you very much for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. See ya.